Hello guys, and welcome to Complete Python Mastery by Complete Python. I am Olmak, and this channel, guys, I'm going to teach you from scratch everything you need to know about Python. Yes, from scratch. You've probably heard that word tons and tons of time on YouTube, but I'm going actually to teach you how to do it from scratch. So you don't need to know anything about Python, or you don't need to have like a background Python about Python whatsoever. But before we dig into it, I would really appreciate if you smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash again that ring bell.
Smash.
It's not gonna hurt you, it's gonna help you guys in the guild now. It's gonna help me too, but because the more views I have, the more ranked my videos are, the more creative I become, and so I'll create more creative videos like these. And yes, I would really love, guys, if you help me out, and I would appreciate it if you share with your friends, anyone that is interested in learning about Python. So yeah, without any further ado, this is the first YouTube video on this playlist. It's going to teach you how to write your Python code. And I'm going to ask some of the most frequent asked questions that people are there. Some people are confused. Some people have questions, right? What is Python? What can I do with it? Is it really worth it? Or is there any other programming languages I could go for? Or what is it actually? Some people are really confused. So yeah, let's ask these questions and let's go into it, right? So these are some frequent asked questions. These are, as you can see, like 5 of them, and we'll go to answer them. Some of them are going to be answered into more detailed ways. Some of them are going to just give like a brief summary. Well, here's the thing. The first question would be, what is Python? Just to give a little bit of background, what is Python? Python is actually, guys, generally speaking, a programming language among many other programming languages. So we have, for example, C#, C, C++, so many other languages out there. There are some languages that are attached only to some specific fields, for example, JavaScript for web development. Python was released in 1991 by Guido and Van Rossum. But what I want to point right here is that Python is an object-oriented, high-level programming language, which means that Python is so powerful to the point that most tech companies use it. So powerful, again, to the point that even NASA itself uses Python. Why? Because Python is so powerful that it could solve like complex structures. It's fast and accurate, which makes it very easy for programmers to use. Just to demonstrate how it actually works, how a computer understands the Python code and give it and execute it, and then give us the result or the output. We have an image here. So the first thing that we have is the source code, right? The source code is the Python code that we have written on our compiler or code editor in our computer, right? And then we have the compiler. The compiler is basically the code editor that you have installed on your computer. So you could write, for example, Python code, and then the compiler will turn it into a way that your computer understands it, and then give us the final results. When you install Python on your computer, Python actually has a pre-installed code editor by itself. Most people don't use it. I personally use other software programs such as VCO or Visual Studio Codes. If you don't know how to install it on your computer, guys, I will again leave the direct link to their official websites in the description box below. Just make sure to hit it, and it's going to take you directly to their websites. And then we have the finishing results, or the finishing code. The bottom line here, we have 3 main important things. We have the source code, right, which is the Python code that we have written, and we have the compiler that takes that code and turns it into something that the computer will understand, and then we have the finishing code, which is the output. So it always begin with the source code, the input, and then ends with the output or the finishing code. Yes, that's it. Let's go on. Next question would be, all right, now I know about Python, so what can I do with it? Where can I use it? Or is it beneficial for one thing or two, three? Like really, these are some of the most confused questions. So now I know a little bit about Python. I have like a little bit of background knowledge or how it works. Now what can I do with Python? Well, there are tons and tons of things you can do. Python, you could use it, for example, in AI or artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. Now, you probably have heard of Jarvis, right? If you write Jarvis with Python on YouTube, tons and tons of results are gonna pop up. Like tons of people, videos are gonna teach you how to write your own Jarvis, which literally mean your voice assistants. Yes, you can create your own voice assistants, and you can take like a total control over it. Voice assistants there. Other examples would be, for example, Alexa, Siri, but you can also create your own on your own computer, and you don't have to invest in anything at all. You could just write your Python code and boom, here you go. Yes. Or you can use it for data analytics. For example, data analysis, or if you're familiar with web scraping, that's good. If you're not familiar with scraping, I'm just gonna explain to you what it means. Data analytics. Let's suppose that you have a website, like an e-commerce website. You have your own brand, and then you have like a couple of products you want to sell. But then you want to compare your competitors' prices on other websites. What you do is you hire a programmer that's going to do all the job for you. A programmer is going to create a program or software, a scripting codes to going to compare all the prices of a targeted website right there and tells you what's the right price for you to use. For example, that's one type explaining what data analytics means. You can use it also for data visualizations, diagrams, whatsoever. You can use it for programming applications, web development, game development, language development, finance. Tons of things that you can do. Yes, that's lots of things that you can do with Python, actually. Fascinating. Moving on. Okay, this is the most interesting question here. Well, can I earn money with Python? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. You can make tons of money if you're a pro in Python. Well, when I say pro, it doesn't mean you should be pro in Python to make money. But here's what I'm thinking. Imagine that you for example, could you make like $1,000 a month in Python, right? Just in web development or in game development. $1,000 just in one field, the game development. But imagine if you can do lots of things like game development, artificial intelligence, data visualization, and so many other things. You can literally double the salary. That's what I mean by pro. Because the thing here, the more you earn, the more money you actually earn. That's how it works. So how can I really make money with it? Lots of things you can do. In the United States, Python developers makes about like $100,000 a year, which is tons of shit money a year. Or you can do freelancing. Yes, you can work as a freelancer online. There are a couple of websites that offer such services. We have, for example, Fiverr. Sorry, guys. We have Upwork, and we also do have freelancers. These are a couple of most famous websites people use as a freelancers. You can offer your services, what you can do, and then people hire you to solve specific tasks. Or, for example, there are people who post like projects. They want someone solve their problems in coding, and then you decide that, or you just solve it and tell them, boom, I have already solved your problems, you're going to pay me that and this, and then I'm going to give you the Python code or the finishing results. Or you could also get hired at companies. There are so many top companies out there that will hire you for experience. The thing about this, the trend nowadays, you don't really need a degree or a college degree for people to hire you, or for companies to hire you. And this is something now commonly known within the United States. Like Google, for example, doesn't only hire people who have like college degrees with experience people, because the thing is, college doesn't give you a brain, it gives you a degree, because brain is something you build yourself. And people really misunderstand the difference between education and intelligence. You could have like PhD degree and still be an idiot, right? That's something we should just make a clear cut about it. Or you can start your own business. This is something else you can do. Start your own business You can, for example, sell your own products online, create platforms. For example, you can create your own website on Shopify, on WordPress. There's a couple of examples that you can do. Or you can teach coding online, as in Udemy, as I have posted there, or you can create your own YouTube channel. Now the next question would be, is it easy to learn Python? It's very easy to learn Python. Why? Because Python is widely considered as one of the easiest programming languages right there for people to learn. Very easy to learn, because the more you learn in Python, the better results you get. It takes a little bit of energy and time and patience, but then if you have those three most important elements, I guarantee you success, right? That's how it works. Just to give you a little bit of explanation, difference between Python, how easy Python is compared to other languages. We have, for example, we have here a programming language C++, which we have like three lines just to print. 3 lines to print only hello world. It takes 3 lines. Let's see how many lines it takes in Python to write hello world. Boom, one line. See how easy is it? That's gonna save lots of money, lots of energy and time right there. Like 3 lines to write hello world, 1 line to write it in Python. Well, that's fascinating. I mean, you guys clearly now see how easy Python is compared to other programming languages out there. So now I know these things about Python, so what do I need? What tools do I need to start? You don't need really much. You just need a laptop, a Python installed in your computer. Again, I'm going to leave a direct link to Python, to their official page, so you can download. I mean, I personally use the latest version of Python. You can download the latest version. It's going to work just fine on your computer. You need a code editor. Well, though it's not an obligation, because Python has an already pre-installed code editor by itself when you install it on your computer. But again, I'm gonna leave you a direct link to Visual Studio Code, the coding editor that I use personally. So I'm gonna leave the direct link to their official websites in the description box below, and you can just hit that link and it's gonna take you directly to their website. And internet connection, because you need to install it, so you need internet connection. And after that, we won't really need internet connection to execute anything, because we're going to learn basics, and as time goes on, we're going further into more details about Python. So that was it for this video, and I'm going to release 1 video each week. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and it was beneficial for you, and you now have a little bit of background knowledge about Python. You know what Python is, what can you do with it, and a couple of things. So hopefully, and I hope I have answered some of these complex, I would say, questions that you guys had in your mind. And yes, if you like the video, if you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Again, why I insist on this, because it really would be beneficial for me and for you guys, because then it will just motivate me to create more videos like these. So if my channel is not ranking very well, I don't have much views, I don't know, just I don't know if I'm gonna keep on with videos like this, like truly, to be honest with you. So I would really be appreciative if you do and help me, guys. And yes, see you guys in the next video for more interesting stuff about Python. And yeah, stay tuned.